Homer kicked the prop cannon aside with one foot. A large pig knocked into Homer so hard he couldn't straighten up. After seeing this, the organizer actually invited Homer to perform. Then Homer actually took off his shirt and let the cannon fire at his belly repeatedly. He only needed to stand in front of the cannon, using his thick layer of fat to withstand cannonball hits in different spots. His popularity even surpassed the music itself. Homer became the epitome of cool, a trendsetter of the era. The organizer said the next stop would be Springfield, a perfect day for Homer's triumphant return home. Homer contentedly opened a can of soda to reward his big belly. But something felt off today. After burping, his stomach produced a strange resonance. His colleague said this wasn't a good sign. For the sake of his health, he took Homer to see a doctor. The doctor looked at Homer's x-ray and shook his head, saying his stomach had been damaged by the cannon. He could never take cannonball hits again, and should preferably avoid even eating chili peppers. If he took one more cannonball hit, he might die. This all started when the school bus driver drove the bus into a junkyard. The vehicle was crushed into a block of metal. Since the school was too poor to purchase a new bus, parents would need to drive their children to school for the time being. Homer pulled a carload of kids today. To ease the awkwardness and bridge the generation gap, he forcefully searched for common ground. Music is the bridge of human souls. Homer turned on the radio and selected his favorite station, authentic 1970s rock. But the car full of kids couldn't accept it. Homer's worldview cracked at that moment. The child looked helpless, not knowing how to respond.
But a drum work of Don Brewer? Oh man!
The next day on the road, Homer continued to promote his beloved rock music. He explained what real rock was while bobbing his head. He wasn't sure if the kids didn't know how to appreciate it, or if he just couldn't keep up with the times. He tried listening to today's popular music. It wasn't as good as the 70s at all. The 70s were the pinnacle of rock music. Back then, Homer had a full head of hair and striking features, and everywhere were punk vans and rock-loving boys and girls. Though he had no real talent, it didn't stop him from loving it passionately. At the time, Homer's dad didn't understand what they were howling about either, just felt the world was changing. He never thought this day would come, being abandoned by the new age of punk. The world felt strange, frighteningly strange. He himself was just an uncool old-timer. Homer decided to embrace the young people's world. Today, he didn't take the kids to school. A truly cool parent wouldn't be that boring. He had Lisa open the glove compartment, which surprisingly contained 3 tickets to the Hullabalooza Music Festival. The 2 kids couldn't believe it. Dad was actually taking them to a music festival young people loved. The festival was packed with cool guys and hot girls of this era. To better fit in, Homer specially bought a flashy hat, ready to walk boldly into young people's hearts. But the effect was quite the opposite. Everyone felt this old-timer looked strange, probably an undercover cop here to cause trouble. They hoisted the 200-plus-pound fat man over their heads and naturally expelled Homer. Homer could only stand at the edge of the trend, like a fool who couldn't read the room. He threw off his hat and walked away dejected, kicking the prop cannon. The ultimate atmosphere-boosting prop was ruined. People talked among themselves. Homer just felt his stomach cramping. The sharp-eyed event organizer immediately came over and said he'd been looking for a fat guy to take cannonball hits. His performance just now was textbook-level warm-up entertainment. So inexplicably, Homer was invited to participate in the tour's upcoming performances.